Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Welcome to Vocabulary for Reading Comprehension. This is part 6. My name is Abhilasha, and we'll be covering some more interesting words through reading comprehension. Okay, so let's get started without wasting any more time. I hope you all are live and audible, and you're able to see me, and I am audible and visible. If I am, please give me a yes or no. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the session. The like because it's a live, it's habit forming. I love it. Share because others will take advantage also of this, and subscribe so that you can participate in the chat box also. Okay, I hope everybody is here. Let's get started. Here is our passage for today. It's a very interesting passage again from CLAT 2025. We will read this together. I'm going to give you 2 minutes and then I will read it for you, and then we can understand and take it forward from there. So I'm putting myself on mute and removing myself from the screen also. But no, I'll not remove myself. I'll just keep myself on mute. So let's get started. All right, guys, your 2 minutes are over. Let's read the passage together and let's understand what the author is trying to say. So he says, education is not the amount of information that is put into your brain and runs riot there. Runs riot there means crazy, undigested all your life. We must have life building, man making, character making assimilation of ideas. So, ideas that come together, assimilation means coming together of ideas that build life, that make a man, that make character. If education were identical with information, so if education and information were the same, the libraries are the sages in the world and encyclopedias are the rishis. Okay, getting by heart the thoughts of others in a foreign language and stuffing your brain with them and taking some university degree, you consider yourself educated? Is this education? So you learn thoughts, you wrote learn them, language that is foreign to you, stuff your brain with them. Is that your education? What is the goal of your education? Open your eyes and see what a piteous cry for food is rising in the land of Bharata, proverbial for its food. So, here is a country which was famous for its food, and people are crying for food. Will your education fulfill this want for food? We want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. That education is required. What we need to study independent of foreign control, different branches of knowledge that is our own, and with it, the English language and Western science. So, what we really need to study is should be independent of foreign control. We need to study different branches of knowledge that's ours, indigenous. Learn with it English language, Western science also. Why? Because we need technical education and all that, all else that will develop industries, so that men, instead of seeking for service, may earn enough to provide for themselves and save against a rainy day. So people should be, they should be able to save for themselves, they should be able to work for themselves. The end of all education, all training should be man making. So you should become a man. The end and aim of all training are to make the man grow. So education will be man making, training will make you grow. The training by which current expression of will are brought under control and become fruitful is called education. So education is what? How you express your will, how is that controlled, and how that becomes fruitful. What our country now wants are muscles of iron and nerves of steel, gigantic wills, very strong wills, which nothing can resist, which can penetrate into the mysteries and secrets of the universe and will accomplish their purpose in any fashion, even if it meant going down to the bottom of the ocean, meeting death face to face. So, you need that kind of people, that strong people who have muscles of iron, they have nerves of steel, they've got strong wills which can go anywhere and do anything, even if it's to meet death. There is only one method of attaining knowledge, it is by concentration. So, concentration is the only thing. The very essence of education is concentration of mind. From the lowest to the highest man, all have to use the same method to attain knowledge. So, if you want knowledge, you have to concentrate. The chemist who works in the laboratory concentrates on elements to analyze them. Knowledge is acquired by concentration. So that is what Swami Vivekanand in this extract education says. Okay. All right. Let's look at the words here. Very lovely words in this passage. What does assimilation in the phrase character making assimilation of ideas mean? Okay, so guys, it is your turn now to start answering. We will keep looking at this question. Assimilation, character making assimilation of ideas. Assimilation means you're making character by what? By assimilating ideas. Assimilation means to bring together. Therefore, it cannot be rejection, it cannot be distribution, it cannot be elimination. It has to be absorption and integration. Okay. Which word best defines sage as used in libraries are the sages in the world? So, library is what? It is a repository of knowledge. What a lovely word it is, repository. Repository is where you store things. So, library is where it is a repository of knowledge, it's a storehouse of information. So, a sage would be where information is stored. So, can it be a fool? Obviously not. Can it be a teacher? It could. Can it be a wise person? Yes, because that's where the information is being stored. Can it be a warrior? No. So, my best answer here will be a wise person. Also, we know the word sage means wise man, right? The word sagacity means wisdom, right? So, therefore, you have it. Very lovely words in this set. Okay, the word piteous. In what a piteous cry for food is rising. Piteous, something that is pitiable. So, can it be joyful? No. Can it be heartbreaking or sorrowful? Yes. Can it be ironic? No. Can it be calm? No. You're crying for food. It is something that can be that you will feel pity for, right? It is pitiable. something that you will feel pity for. So therefore, heartbreaking or sorrowful. Ironic, on the other hand, ironic means doing two opposite things together. Okay, so it becomes humor. Okay, humor is there with the existence of a paradox. A paradox is two very opposite, strange things happening together. So when that happens with humor, that is irony. Okay, so that's an absolutely different thing that we're talking about. So pity is something that is very sad, heart-rending. Okay, that. All right. In the passage, the term proverbial, in proverbial for its food. Proverb is what? It is an idiom. It is something that is well known. That is something that is referenced by people. So it cannot be rarely mentioned. It is not questionable. It is not invented. It is widely known and referenced. Okay. I hope you got that. All right, let's look at the next question. So, what does the word technical in we need technical education suggest? Is it related to, let's go back to the passage for a minute. Let's see, we need technical education. Okay, I found the place where this was mentioned. Very beautiful. We need technical education and all else that will develop industries. So, things that will develop industries will be technical education. So, therefore, it cannot be art and literature. Let's cut it out. Can it be specialized knowledge? Yes. Can it be unrelated to science? No. Can it be general and vague? No. So the correct answer will be related to specialized knowledge. Technical means related to science, technology, how to make things happen, how to do manufacturing, and such like things. All right. What is meant by muscles of iron and nerves of steel? Is it physical weakness? No, if iron and steel are very strong, right? So it essentially means something that is very strong. Okay, so therefore it can't be physical weakness, it can be strength, it cannot be fear and doubt, it cannot be indecisiveness. So yes, strength. All right, what does the term concentration and concentration of mind mean? So, when we say concentration of the mind, we are saying you are focusing your attention on something. Yes, not diversion, not daydreaming, not relaxation. A very lovely word for daydreamer. Somebody who's a daydreamer, and I was discussing this in class somewhere today, is chaotic. The X is silent, it is pronounced like a Y. Chaotic. Now this means somebody who's a daydreamer. Okay, so daydreamers cannot concentrate, right? They don't have focused attention. All right, what does the word mysteries and penetrate into the mysteries and secrets of the universe? What is a mystery? A mystery is something that is unknown, right? That you and I don't know. That is why we are trying to solve a mystery, isn't it? You try and solve a mystery. So if it is a clear fact, then it is known. So it cannot be a mystery. It is unexplained phenomena. Yes, if it is common knowledge, then again it is not mystery. Myths and legends are not really mysteries of the universe. You know these stories. You know they are false stories. So therefore not myths and legends. So correct answer, unexplained phenomena. Okay, what does the phrase stand on one's own feet mean? If you stand on your own feet, what are you doing? Are you avoiding responsibility? No. Are you seeking help? No. Are you being self reliant? Yes. Do you depend on others? No. You're being self reliant. You're standing on your own feet. That means you're doing things for yourself. So be self reliant. All right. What does the word penetrate and penetrate into the mysteries most likely mean? So if you're looking into, penetrate probably means to look into, to understand, to try and explore, right? So that probably means to understand, not avoid, not skim through, not block. So understand. Okay. All right, let's look at the questions also. According to the author, we need to study English language, technical education, Western science, or all of the above. Well, in different parts of the passages, he has mentioned all of these. So, therefore, the correct answer is all of the above. Okay. According to the author, which among the following is key to attain knowledge? What is the key to attain knowledge? Let's go back to the passage and take a moment and see. What is the key to attain knowledge? He says there is only one method of attaining knowledge, is by concentration, right? So, concentration. Therefore, correct answer, concentration of the mind, right? Not university degrees, not library, not hard work and sports training. Very clear. What a lovely question. Yeah, these questions are very, very easy. Okay, which of the following words is related to the word assimilation? Assimilation means to come together, so it can be integration, it can be adjustment, it could also be acclimatization. And therefore, the correct answer will be D, all of the above. Okay, when you assimilate, you mix together. So, therefore, D. All right, education as described by the author means information, library, degrees, or none of the above. Again, we'll go back to the passage and take a minute to look at the passage. So he says, education is not the amount of information, it is life building, man making, character making assimilation of ideas, right? So you're looking at life building, man making, and character making. Okay, so therefore, it clearly cannot be information, not library, not degrees. Says none of these. It has to be man making, character building, all of that. So therefore, D, none of the above will be the correct answer here. All right. As per the author, the aim of education. What is the aim of education? To help a person build his or her character, to help a person earn his or her livelihood. He doesn't say this. To help a person develop his or her intellect. He doesn't say this also. He says it must be character building. Therefore, the answer will be A. Okay. All right. Let's look at what does the country want? What is it that the country wants? It wants massive willpower. It wants the spirit of philanthropy. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say iron and steel industries also. He says it wants massive willpower. So therefore, answer will be A. All right, with that, we come to the end of this session, guys. I hope this session was helpful. We will continue with more sessions on these lines where we will cover more questions. Remember, when you're watching this session, you can pause the video. Once I've given you a question, then you can just view it, find your own answer, and then match it with the answer that I am giving or reading out for you. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you had a nice learning session. I will see you again next week. Adios, my amigos. Hasta la vista. Remember to hit like, share, and subscribe.